She killed that boy. From the moment he stepped into her life, she killed that boy.
What we do here is go back.
Hey guys, it's your girl Mara F. Baby. Please say the baby. And today I'm going to break down a synopsis of my all-time favorite movie, Titanic. Now, I first watched Titanic. I had to have been like 9 or 10. I bought the video set from like a flea market or something. It was this bulky set. It came with 2 videotapes because that's how long the movie is, almost 4 hours. And literally, I'd watch it all the time. And like most people, in love with Jack, aka Leonardo DiCaprio, greatest hero of all time. Really sappy love story, but really tragic story overall. If you don't know, I don't know, for some reason you were born yesterday, Titanic is loosely based on a true story. I'll say the movie is loosely based on a true story as far as the love story is concerned. But yes, in fact, a ship did sink in the Atlantic Ocean back in 1912. Okay, about 108 years ago. And about 1,500 plus people, like, lives were lost. The ship only held about 2,200, and over 1,500 gone. They didn't have enough lifeboats because they thought it looked too bulky. And so they could only save the rich and famous. And part of that is mentioned in the movie. Part of that I did research myself because I was like, let me go look and see the actual story. But I basically want to break down my synopsis in the difference of when I watched it when I was a kid, in the sense of like, oh, this is sad. The ship is sinking. Jack, Rose, don't let go. All the sweet stuff. To now, being 30, seeing life in a different light, and realizing or being able to pick up on toxicity. So I'm going to highlight some things that really pissed me off because this is the first time I watched the movie and was mad the whole time. The whole time. First things first, if you do want to watch the movie, whether you've seen it already or haven't, I watch it on Stars. If you don't have the Stars app, do a free trial or something to watch it. If you've never watched it and are interested in watching it, you should probably go watch it before you watch this, because this will be a spoiler alert, kind of. First things first, the description of the movie, before I hit play, says something about it follows a 17-year-old story on her journey to America. I don't know if it's because people of a lighter complexion age fast or whatever. I do know that the wonderful woman who played Rose was about 22 when she did the movie. She did not look like she was 17. I look like I'm 17. Okay. She seemed more of a cougar to me because Jack, aka Leo, looked young. But anywho, besides that behind the scenes stuff, this is what pissed me off throughout the movie. And I'm going to focus on a couple of the other characters before I get to Rose. The creator of the ship, I don't know what to call it, designer, engineer, whoever, that drew up the design of the ship, when walking through the boat, and Rose asked him and said, hey, how come there's only like 20 lifeboats? There's like 2,500 people on here. And he was like, cause it's too bulky to have all those. It wouldn't look right on the design, and back and forth. They didn't want it. So, we don't really need it. And her little stank fiance gonna say, Oh, we need so many lifeboats on an unsinkable ship. They jinxed themselves the whole time. The whole time. Okay. Then um the captain, the captain was sitting having a nice cup of tea. And one of the rich men were like, you know what you should do is you should speed up the boat and get there a day earlier. You should get there faster than the time projected so they can say this ship is really the greatest thing of all time. So the captain's like, no, we're not gonna speed up yet. We gotta get to a right area to speed up. Da, da, da. And he was like, but come on. You just want to get there on time? No, you gotta speed up. The captain gonna tell his people, speed up. Speed up. He's handed a paper with a warning like a day later. Handed a paper with a warning, literally saying, there's there's some icebergs and things ahead. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. We'll keep the same speed. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is in the movie, he didn't take heed to the warning and risked everybody's life. Also, another thing that I read upon that I didn't really realize in the movie until now, the ship was only at sea for 4 days before it sank. 4 days. So now with the movie, this means that Jack and Rose's love affair happened within 4 days. Y'all know them vacation love affairs. If you done taken trips to the Caribbean or on a cruise, met yourself a little boo thing. You think this is about to be your boo, boo, boo. I get it. It's not impossible. I get it. So now to Rose. What I can say is the Titanic sinking, in fact, became inevitable. Inevitable due to the lack of responsibility on those who should have been doing what they were supposed to do. All those people shouldn't have died. Period. Um, Rose pissed me off because from the beginning of the movie, she wanted to jump off the ship. She wanted to commit suicide and jump off the back of the ship while it was moving. If she had in fact jumped off the ship and Jack did not see her or met her, I can guarantee you Jack would have been alive and in America. From that very moment, from the first time he met her when she was about to jump off the ship, he already risked his life for her. He said, I will come over to the other side just to save you. Took off his coat, took off his shoes, and said, I will save you. They know this woman from a can of paint. Made him risk his life from the very beginning. And this is why I say she wanted to kill him from the jump. What? Okay. He saves her. Now, I get it, the ship is big, but the ship ain't that big. Okay? Now you want to hang around this boo thing, knowing you have a chaperone who'll be following you, knowing you got mad eyes on you because you're engaged, okay? Knowing homie's a third-class citizen and you're in first class. And she put his life at risk in the sense of all these rich men wanted to kill him for trying to get at her man. Everywhere they went, somebody was following them, ready to kill them. Okay. Then she has the folly, the folly to request that he draws her naked with the diamond necklace that her fiance bought her in her suite, not down in the third class, where he is, where nobody would go down. No, where her people are, where he could get caught. Okay. He does his job, draws her, sees all her nice things, whatever. Coop de doop doop doop. Chaperone comes along, they run away. Run away to the bottom of the ship, have sex in the bottom of the ship, all that stuff. At that point, when they're done having sex, the ship hits the iceberg. So they go back upstairs to their room, allowing for her foolish fiance and friend to then plant the diamond necklace into Jack's pocket as if he stole it. First of all, why did she think that walking up with Jack's hand in her hand in front of all these people was going to do anything? You guys are in the middle of the ocean. Even if you and Jack decided to fall in love and you told your fiance, I'm leaving you, you're in the middle of the ocean. You don't think they're going to come for you? There's no way you could hide on the boat. Okay? So, of course, they take my man Jack and they put him, deep down in the boat, handcuff him to a rail. Jack is a survivor. Now, I will say this. The one time she did something right was when she went to save Jack and get him out of the handcuffs. Cool. I agree. Because if he was stuck in those handcuffs, yes, he would have drowned. He tried to get out, he didn't. So cute for her. She missed the opportunity of getting in a lifeboat with her mother and said, I'm not getting on with y'all. I'm going to go save my boo. She went and saved him. Cool. Jack led her every single which way out of the boat to bring her to a lifeboat and said, get on. I'll be good. I'll figure it out. She gets in the lifeboat. Keep in mind, this is the second boat she gets the option to get on. Okay? Privilege much? She then jumps off the boat when it gets to the second level and finds Jack and says, no, if I jump or if you jump, I jump. Phrasing the same thing he said to her when she was going to jump off the back of the ship. Trying to say, like, if you're going to die, I'm going to die. Girl. Did all this just to still lose him. He made sure to lead her to the back of the ship. He made sure to make sure she was holding onto the railing to land, into the water safely. He made sure to tell her exactly when to jump, when to let go, when to breathe. Mind you, she had a life vest on and Jack didn't even have a life vest on and was still telling her what to do. When they end up in the water, she floats back up. He's swimming. This is some freezing cold water. He's swimming. Finds her and he's like, come on, let's go over here. He's dragging her. She's the one with the life vest. She's not drowning. She doesn't need any help. But no, he has to help her along. Like say, come on, Rose. Come on, Rose. Let's go. Let's go. Finds what seems to be, I guess, a broken door or whatever from the ship. Gets her on. They both try to get on. It starts to flip over. So he says, don't worry about it. You get on. Here's common sense. To me, I don't know. To me. First and foremost, if you're in the water, you're frozen to death. Period. But at least, if you get on, why do you still have the life jacket on and the person floating in the water doesn't? At no point did you think, hey, let me give you my life jacket, at least so you can float up and not have to be holding on. Let's work so we can actually get you on this. How about you come on the other side and we both try to jump on and see if it can hold us? Let's take turns getting in the water. I know it's freezing cold, but we can make it. No, because she was selfish from the start. She only cared about herself. Poor little rich girl. Wah. Okay? Never cared about Jack. Never. To the point where when he was freezing to death, he told her, I want you to promise me that you will live. You will live your life. You will go on. You will have kids. You will do all this stuff. This is not a goodbye. You will do all these great things. What pisses me off is she's holding his hand, laying back, singing to herself while one of the lifeboats are coming around to see if anybody else is alive. Y'all wasn't even talking. You wasn't even trying to console him. You wasn't checking on him. You wasn't making sure he was still breathing. You're just singing to yourself. You thought he fell asleep in the water? Common sense. She killed that boy. From the moment he stepped into her life, she killed that boy. He wasn't even meant to get far. Once he crossed her path, she killed it. And what pissed me off even more, she put him through harm's way. You know, her fiance, ex-fiance, whatever, tried to shoot him while the boat is sinking. And the ex-fiance still got saved. He found a way to get on a boat, saved himself, and reached America. And her foolishness of trying to be with the love of her life of 3 days killed that boy. The dude who said he's a survivor, he gets where he's going through luck. He always figures it out. He would have figured it out the same way your shiesty fiance figured a way onto the boat. What's worse, or as the Haitians would say, sakpi malin. When she reached America, she had the nerve to take Jack's last name. What right? What right? I really wish they did a part two. I really wish you went to his family, to see, just took his name as if they got married. Changed their name to Rose Dawson. This was I know this is just a rant. It is a very long movie. This was a semi-long rant. Watch the movie if you have not watched the movie. If you haven't watched it in a couple years, watch it again. Look at things that you probably didn't see before. Look at the little things. Anyways, guys, if you watched the movie, which most of you I'm sure have, comment below your opinion. Comment what you think. Don't y'all think Rose was toxic from the jump? It wasn't just at the end when they drowned. Rose was toxic from the jump. And poor Jack fell into her toxicity. Okay? Watch the movie, comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Bye.
Samara says.